I'd like to call to order the Finance and Personnel Committee, Wednesday, December sixth, 6:15 p.m. First item is a call to order and the roll call. Alder Stokes, I'm present. Alder McAllister.
Present.
And Alder Knott is excused. Item number 2, consideration and action on the minutes from the previous meeting. I make a motion to adopt the minutes from the previous meeting.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It has passed. Item number 3, public input limited to 3 minutes per individual. If there's anyone in the audience or online that would wish to give public input, please come forward and give your name and address. First call for public input. Second call for public input. Third and final call for public input. Public input portion of the meeting is now closed. We'll go on to the agenda. Consideration and possible action on the following items. Item number 4, the 2023 General Fund financials. Sabrina, would you like to introduce this?
Yes, thank you, Chair. So in your packets tonight, starting on page 1, is the balance sheet for the general fund. Following the balance sheet is the budget report for the general fund. If I could draw your attention to page 6. On page 6, you can see our year-to-date percent remaining through October 31st of 2023 of what we budgeted for revenues is 0.47%. As of October 31st of 2022, we had 3.33% remaining in budgeted revenues. So we are definitely ahead of where we were at for 2022. A couple items to note in regards to revenues. We at the end of the year, we do a journal entry that would affect on page 4 the revenue account that ends in 41320, taxes on municipal owned utilities. So we typically do a journal entry for that at year end. So that's still to come. Also, GL account number that ends in 43309, our shared revenue from the state. That payment did come in November. So we'll see that on our next F&P meeting. Also in the month of November, if you take a look at account 44170, our cable TV license, we did receive another payment related to that. The only other thing of note in regards to revenues that are still coming in, if you take a look at account ending 44215, our dog licenses, we receive a check from the county. So essentially what happens is we collect all the dollars and then we write a check to the county on a monthly basis. And then at the end of the year, they cut a check back to us. So that is still coming as well. And there is one more thing I'd like to note. If you look at page 5, the account ending 48100, our interest income. Just want to point out, since we've gone to Dana Investments, we've seen a really large increase in our interest revenue, which is a wonderful thing. Lastly, if you take a look at page, I believe it's 16. Sorry, page 18. This will show you our total percent remaining for budgeted expenditures. As of October 31st of 2023, we're at 22.11% remaining. As of 10/31 of 2022, we had 21.68. So again, also sitting a little better than we were in 2022. One last item related to the general fund. I did email all the council members today with the mill rates for 2024. So just a heads up on the alders that are here as well.
Great. Thank you. I have a motion to approve and place on file. I need a second.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to place the 2023 general fund financials and place on file. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Item number 5, 2023 Omni Center financials. Sabrina?
Thank you. Next in your packets, starting on page 19, is the Omni Center
Buddy,
Finance.
that's not ours. Get down, buddy.
If you take a look at page 22, this will show you our total budgeted revenues remaining. As of October 31st of 2023, we're at 4.37%. As of October 31st of 2022, we were at 5.33. So again, trending ahead from 2022. Then if you take a look at page 24, we can see our budgeted expenses remaining. We're at 2.61%. As of October 31st of 2022, we were at 12.27% remaining. Again, I've mentioned this a few times. Some of that is some expenditures that were kind of carried over from 2022 due to the rebrand. So that's why you see a little bit of an increase to expenses.
Okay, motion, I make a motion to approve and place on file.
I second it.
We have a motion and a second to place the 2023 Omni Center financials on file. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Item number 6, Gunderson Health Systems parking ramp financials for the third quarter 2023. Sabrina?
Thank you. In your packets tonight on page 25 is the 2023 parking ramp operating cost through the third quarter. This is something that's just required by Gunderson Health System, that they send this to us on a quarterly basis. You can see we make a payment of $1,250 to help with those operating costs on a quarterly basis. Other than that, I don't have anything further to report on that.
Okay, thank you. I make a motion to accept and place on file.
And I'll second that too.
Great, we have a motion and a second for the Gunderson Health Systems parking ramp financials for the third quarter of 2023. We will accept and place these on file. That finishes the finance portion and on to personnel. Item number 7, recruitment update from Human Resource Director Amy Franzen. Amy?
Thank you. Good evening. As you can see in the recruitment update, number of recruitments that have been going on for the month of November. We've got our newest firefighter EMT that started on November 6th, our assistant fire chief the week after November 13th, and then our building supervisor at the Omni Center on November 20th. Number of other hiring processes going on. Our maintenance worker mechanic, we do have starting with the city next Monday. Our rec coordinator, who started this past Monday. Our maintenance worker, we are interviewing additional candidates next Tuesday. We're in the process of filling a few police officer vacancies. We've got one contingent offer out there and a few others in process. And then we've got a second rec coordinator who is starting at the first of the year. Number of other postings in process. We've got our part-time HR assistant, custodian, police record specialist, and then a full-time parks laborer that will be getting out shortly. And then working on a couple of other internal updates with our K-9 officer and our fire lieutenant.
Okay, great. And since this is for information only, there is no motion needed on that. Item number 8, adjournment. I make a motion to adjourn.
And I'll second.
Motion to adjourn, motion and second to adjourn. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned at 6:25. Thank you.
Thank you. Good to see you all.
Thanks, Sean.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thanks, everyone.